everybody, and welcome into our new show, Castmates. This is the second night in a row that we're doing this show, so welcome in. If you didn't join us yesterday, or you have a very short memory, how this show works is I have gathered I tried to get 4 members of a show from the Sacramento Comedy Spot. Tonight we have cast members from the show RIOT, and they are going to answer questions about each other. Before the show, sent everybody a list of questions and got their answers back, and then I have then converted those answers into questions, and the team members are going to try to guess who among them said some of our different answers, and the person with the most points at the end of the game wins the game. So right now, I'm going to introduce our cast of people. So hello, we have cast members today from RIOT. We have Michelle, Charlie, and Kane, and hopefully at some point Josh.
Hey, we're in high demand, right? You know, our team.
I get the whole right side of the screen all to myself. If I could reach up and grab Josh's name and bring it down to me.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so Kane, you're going to go ahead and give us a little intro. Tell us about the show RIOT for people who haven't seen it.
Yes, we are RIOT Improv. We perform every first Saturday of the month at the Sacramento Comedy Spot at 8 p.m. We are an improv show that is based on the idea of alternative realities. You see, we play not just scenes, but the same scene. Played out many times, slightly different each time, and a little sillier each time. We normally consist of the people on screen you see before you, me, Kane, we've got Michelle Petro, we've got Charlie Lemke, we've also got Jack Brown, Joe Lewis, Josh Pereira, Ruben Acosta, Skeeter Salcedo, and a new addition to the crew, Sarah Aga Mohammadi, I believe. Very excited to have her on. I think that covered just about everything, right? Unless I missed something?
Yeah.
No, that was great. Thank you.
Did we mention Ruben Acosta?
I think I did.
Okay.
If I didn't, Ruben, and you're watching, I'm so sorry. Come to my house and kill me.
So you got a lot of fun people on your show. So in case you mentioned, or I forgot, or you didn't mention, when do you guys perform? So if somebody watching wanted to come out and see the show, when do you usually perform?
Yeah, so that would be the first Saturday of every month, which I believe, first Saturday at 8 p.m., which I believe for the upcoming May show will be May 7th. Come on out and take a seat. That's about almost a fortnight.
Nice.
Almost a fortnight from now. Yeah, we are back to monthlies, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. You just cast such a good cast. Thank you.
All
I agree.
right.
Yeah, Josh is going to get...
I'd like to mention
Ruben. We're going to be wildly ahead on points. Mention Ruben again 3 times. Be good.
Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read a question here, and you are going to decide which one of the 4 of you gave this answer. If this is your answer, you're going to write down someone else's name to throw people off. If you're watching in the comments and want to try to guess who answered, you can get in as well. We've been sharing guests in the audience. Sometimes the audience is spot on, sometimes they're way off, and it's super fun to see what happened. And since Josh is not here, he can still be the answer to some of these questions, but he's not going to earn any points, so he might just be behind. But we're going to keep rolling because that's what we do. Okay, So first question. Who said that something random that they collect is lighters? So you're going to go ahead and write down on your writing utensil device who you think said collects lighters.
We raise our hand when we're done.
Okay, yeah. Once y'all look ready. Okay, so Michelle, who did you say collects lighters?
Oh, Charlie, definitely a lighter guy.
Shit.
Nice. Okay, and Charlie?
Oh, I said peach.
Nice. And Kane, who did you say?
We have an even spread, almost. I believe that it is Josh.
Oh, interesting. Well, Ryan says he's going to guess Ruben every time, who's not an option. So that's great.
Ruben would.
Kareen
I don't know if
Lemke
anyone-
actually got the right answer, which is peach.
God damn
Nice.
it! All right.
Yeah.
Yay! So Charlie gets a point.
Good job,
What do
Charlie.
you need with all those dang lighters?
Yeah, this is Jennifer kind of thought on the same lines as me. Well, Charlie has a house full of little ones, so probably not a good idea to have a bunch of lighters.
That's why I
guess
chose
that's
him.
true. That is true.
Nice.
Yeah. Josh has kids, but maybe they'd be smart enough to stay away from him.
Charlie's kids are little arsonists.
Yeah,
They're
I know
always
the
flipping out.
pyromania phase in my genetics, at least for me, so I'll be trying to keep fire out of the house between like 10 and 12 years old.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
We'll just have all salads. Just shut off the stove.
Nice.
That's going to be like a decade of time that there's a 10 and a 12-year-old in your house, too.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
Oh no!
It's a cold,
Oh,
cold
yes.
10 years.
You're
Kareen
screwed.
says, "Ouch, Charlie." Okay, question number 2. Who among you said that their favorite dessert is tuxedo cake?
What is it?
I looked it up on the internet, and it looks like kind of a chocolate and white cake thing. It looks pretty good. There are different version ones. I think it's got different layers.
So it's either not Kane or his exponent acting is
I
coming through again.
I realize now.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, everyone's raising their hand. Great. Okay, so Michelle, who did you say likes tuxedo cake?
The only person that's not here right now.
Okay. And Charlie, what about you?
I said, same, Josh. I was trying, like when I was answering questions, I was trying to figure out, because Josh has so many cool things he's introduced us to on Instagram. I was like,
Yes.
what would his be? But I think that must be.
Yeah,
Nice.
Josh, our big foodie expert. It's gotta be, right?
Oh, nice. Oh,
Big
this one has
foodie guy.
we got a consensus here.
Anyway,
In our sometimes the computer likes to do things. Okay. Ryan King says this is Kane all the way, while Kareen and Becky both are filling Josh with the rest of the cast. And you know what? That's right. It is Josh. So
yeah.
Nice. I'll try not to blow the next one.
everybody gets a point.
Except for Josh.
Except for Josh.
Except for Josh, who does not benefit
Watch
from
him
his
come
filming.
in and just clear us all out, like just
Yeah.
like
Right.
like the sports movie where it's just like slam dunk.
Everyone loves the underdog story.
Yeah,
I think if everyone gets it wrong, Josh gets a point.
well, that's
If all three of us beef it, I think Josh gets one.
Nice. Okay.
mystery man.
Okay, so
Silhouette.
our next question is who said that their favorite musical artist is, I don't know if it's Louis or Luis Prima. I looked it up online. This is a jazz guy. So his name is Louis Prima. Does jazz. Old-timey jazz, I think. Learning new things. Okay. Okay, looks like Charlie's still thinking. Okay, so I'm gonna go backwards. And Kane, who did you say for this one?
All right. Well, it took a long time to answer, which makes me nervous. But I would say it's Charlie.
Okay.
Maybe got an old soul up in there. Who knows?
Nice. Okay, and Charlie, who did you say?
I chose Kane because he always surprises me with his eclectic taste. He knows about cool stuff I don't know about. Yeah.
Okay, and Michelle.
I also, for some reason, chose Kane, and some reasons are that Kane is always surprising, like Charlie said, and I didn't know if you'd have Josh be the answer to 2 questions in a row. So
that is exactly what I thought.
yeah.
Well, what
If it
I
wasn't
did
gonna be Charlie for me, I was
is
like,
I have
maybe-
each question written on a card, and I just shuffled them.
Okay. So there is.
Yeah, so
Very fair.
because I don't want there to be any sort of mind games with this as much as possible.
Okay, now we know.
Okay.
The answers are kind of split between Charlie and Kane. So Dennis thinks Charlie. Shortcuts Improv thinks Kane. Ryan King says Kane is that's totally because you're jazzy. Jennifer thinks Charlie. Becky says Charlie. Kareen says I abstain. So that probably means that the answer is Charlie. So Kane gets a point.
Boom! That's
Nice.
right. I'm sorry. I'm not as classy as Shortcuts Improv thinks I am. just out of frame are my like anime posters.
So Kane, what did you say? Because I was not familiar with this artist. What was your answer? Because I was not familiar with this artist that you listed.
Twice Korean K-pop super sensation Twice.
Okay.
They're a K-pop group. They've been operating for a couple of years now, and I have a face mask that has Twice on it. I don't have it in my room. My sister buys me a bunch of fucking Twice merch because I love them so much. Boom.
Nice.
But
There was a point at one point where I wanted to get to K-pop, but I'm like, I'm too old to start a whole new genre of music.
it is a young person's game, and I am getting too old for it. But here we are, baby.
I appreciate the hustle. Okay. And Michelle, you said Lizzo, right?
I did. Yes, I did. I can't. It's hard to pick faves, but I think Lizzo definitely in the last 4 or 5 years has really impacted my point of view. So
Nice.
Yeah, this one was hard for me. I think it was like I like it especially around the holidays because we get like too much holiday stuff, but it's kind of like Louis Armstrong, Louis Prima. You get this like it has this like Christmas jazzy vibe, and like I think I just stretched Christmas from like the big like from Thanksgiving into like February
yeah.
because we're all stuck inside so much.
Nice. And Josh, who's not here, said Boys to Men, which that's very Josh.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm glad everyone thought I liked jazz. It makes me seem very cool. All right.
Okay. And people in the audience are calling out that Louis Prima is the King Louis from the Jungle Book. Okay.
Yeah,
I know that one.
Yeah.
That was a subtle hint because Charlie's got the friggin' jungle thing in the background. Wait, he's over here. He's got the jungle.
Oh man.
Charlie's littered all sorts of like cool clues around his
Yeah,
apartment.
he's got all these Easter eggs around.
Mystery guys.
Like in Usual Suspects.
Okay. So the next question: who said that as a child they wanted to grow up to be an astronaut? Who among you is our missed out on becoming an astronaut? I mean, there's still time, but I feel like at this point,
It's kind of like the K-pop thing, yeah.
right?
Maybe.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with Charlie this time. Charlie, who do you think is wanted to be an astronaut?
I don't think it'd surprise me from any of these individuals because their minds go fantastic places when we're improvising together. But I chose Peach.
Okay.
Oh, by her reaction, maybe it's not her, but
Or she's a very good actress. Okay, Kane, who did you say?
Well, I of course went with our absentee Josh because he tends to be the one who engages the most with like sci-fi garbage, like Star Wars and stuff. So I was like, maybe that's the connection here. Yes, that's what I'm going with.
Okay, and Michelle, what about you? Who did you say?
For similar reasons, I also chose JP or Josh Pereira.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, the audience is all over the place. Becky says Kane. Kendra says Charlie for sure. Kareen says Josh. Shirley thinks Michelle. So I got to vote for everyone. Jennifer thinks Josh. Dennis says Michelle. I'm pretty sure this is Megan probably in Facebook jail again, says this is definitely Brian Kroll. Like, that's definitely the answer. But for points, the answer is Josh.
Dang, that was going to be my
Ooh.
second choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm truly
Good job.
honored that you would have thought that was my childhood dream
You
job.
should have asked me before I saw the
actually-
movie Gravity. And then maybe
Yeah.
things would be different.
Well, I thought it was cool that both Charlie and Michelle both said archaeologist.
Oh,
look
People
at
said archaeologists.
bone freaks.
Right.
Heavily influenced by Indiana Jones.
And then,
Exactly. Me
and then
too.
Katie, you said race car driver, which also sounds fun.
Yeah, baby. And then I learned to drive, and I was like, I would hate this as an adult. Wow. but as a kid, you're like, this rules. Oh,
Nice.
but no, it's too scary now. I'm a different man. Ugh.
Corinne says that she's 4 for 4, so she's killing it.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Nice. Well, maybe get Corinne to call it. No, it's got an extra hole. Just kidding. Okay. So our next question. Who said that their favorite animal / or the animal that they relate to the most is the noble and powerful horse?
They literally wrote the noble and powerful. Those were the
Those exact words that I received, yes.
Oh, yeah, to answer the question, Peach is Michelle because her last name is Michelle Petro. So
Yes.
I guess
That's
that might not
true.
be clear to people who aren't in Riot.
Yes. Michelle's nickname is Peach, and people like to use it interchangeably because it's adorable. And she's also a peach of a human being.
Yeah.
It is deep.
Absolute sweetheart.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Michelle for this one. Michelle, who did you say is the horse person?
Based on wording alone, I think it's Kane.
Okay. And Charlie, who did you say?
I said the same. He's just kind of a stallion
Yeah,
And,
and stallion.
and
Okay.
eloquent as well.
And Kane, who did you say?
I wrote Charlie because he looks powerful and noble.
Nice.
And
Well-
he's got an animal
Pretend I'm
theme
a
in
horse
his video
frequently.
screen.
Michelle and Charlie are both right. It was Kane's answer.
It was my answer. Perhaps my distinctive writing style gave me away. I was born in the year of the horse, so that's part of it too.
Oh, cool.
So don't fucking try and calculate my age. I'll be furious.
You're 25. I don't know when the horse year is.
Not a day over 12. Anyways, next question.
Nice. Dennis wants to know if you're called Peach because you're a princess. Like in Mario.
Yeah. It's a common misconception. I'm more of a toad.
You're always telling people where the princess
Yeah,
is.
you're going the wrong way. Turn around. I gotta fish you out.
Yeah.
Both Charlie and Josh both said a dog, which was cute.
Oh,
I like
a
when
good
people
answer.
match. And then Michelle, you said a panda or a golden retriever. That's very sweet.
That's good.
Horses just do a lot for.
I don't really consider myself having a favorite animal, but I like to associate with like a wolf because you can either be a lone wolf or run with a pack, and I feel like
That's true.
I'm good with
Yeah.
both of those.
They're
And it's fun.
flexible.
Dana likes to howl at the moon, so that
I
makes
do. I call it singing.
Introverted.
Yeah.
Wolves are like cool dogs. They're like, what if a dog fucked? Ugh. All right.
Okay, next question. So, who said that if they could live anywhere in the world, expense free, that they would live in Paris, France? So, who wants to go live in France? Megan's asking me if I'm Team Jacob, which I'm Team no thank you, Twilight, but prefer, if I had to pick, yes, I probably would be Team Jacob because I can't stand Edward Cullen. He's a stalker. Okay.
I don't think I can handle the vampire lifestyle. That's where I'm at.
So I'm going to start with Charlie this time. So Charlie, who wants to live in Paris, France?
This is tough. But really it is. I'm just guessing Peach.
Okay. And Kane, who did you say?
I guess Peach as well. I don't really have a great explanation. I think all of us would love to live in Paris, France. It seems like a great place.
Yeah,
Seems like
She
a cool
more
place to live.
sophisticated in certain ways.
Okay.
And I don't know the languages any of us really speak or anything, so I don't really know.
And
No
so
parlez
Michelle.
vous français. That's all I know how to say.
Omelette du fromage.
And who did you say, Michelle?
Well, going off the fancy noble track, it's definitely Kane.
Nice.
He said, "Who
Okay.
wouldn't want to?"
Well, both Charlie and Kane are right. It is Michelle.
Yeah, I put that.
And Kareen
Yay.
and
Yeah.
Becky also guessed Michelle.
Yeah. No expenses. I could live in a penthouse in some old historic building looking over the Eiffel Tower or Notre Dame. I mean, yes, take me there.
Right.
Is the Blue Danube in France?
Well, both Charlie and Josh said Hawaii, so they can go and be neighbors.
The thing is, when it said expense free, I was like, so that's very interesting. If I choose Monaco, like, does that mean that like I just get to gamble every day, no consequences? That's not what I put, but that'd be pretty funny to think about. Like, what's an expense? If I just choose, what if I choose the Vatican City? That'd be fun. Just be the Pope.
I always thought it'd be fun to live in London. That's why I always throw the expense free in there, because London's hella expensive, so I couldn't live there in real life.
Yeah, never
Okay.
go there at the end of a European trip, because that was like, okay, I'm gonna carry around these 10 pounds until I find something I can eat.
Oh no.
I
Okay.
actually found some fish and chips.
I'm
Something
still
happened to the
here, folks.
Oh my gosh, Michelle's been transported to Paris, the city of her dreams. Wow.
And I'm back. Oh, that was fun. It was
How is it
gorgeous.
Back out?
It's the whole unplug it and plug it back in. Magic of technology.
Can't fail, baby.
Paris sunrise was worth the trip.
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder what time it is over there right now.
Dennis says that the nightlife is off the chain in the Vatican.
Yeah. Every night we sit down and we say our 20 prayers. It's lit as hell.
Nice. Okay, so our next question is, who said that if they could meet any celebrity, that they would choose to meet Dana Carvey? I mean, anyone with the first name Dana is worth meeting, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this time I'm going to start with Kane. Kane, who do you think wants to meet Dana Carvey?
No, I tell you from the bottom of my heart, I could not pick out who Dana Carvey is from a lineup. And so I'm going to go with Josh because I have no idea.
Okay. And so, Michelle, who did you say?
I chose Charlie because they have very similar comedy styles. And I also looked at his face when you said it, and he was like holding back a smile.
Oh,
Just
Michelle's
thinking
getting
about
a
Dana
little
Carvey with a smile
meta
on his
here with
face.
her
Wow.
strategy. Okay, and
I was
Charlie?
just trying to think if Dana Carvey's like a boy or a girl. Because Dana could go either way.
Uh-oh.
Who did you say? Who did you say, Charlie?
I said Josh because he's not here.
Well, for those of you who are not familiar, Dana Carvey was a comedian on Saturday Night Live back in the day. And the only movie I know him from that I could name is A Master of Disguise, and he's like the turtle and he does the thing. Because my friends used to make fun of me for
He
that.
was Chris Farley's straight man in a lot of movies. And
Nice. But the correct answer was Charlie, so got that right.
I couldn't act my way through that.
You were like, party on under your breath. I couldn't help.
Oh, he's Garth. Okay.
Oh, that's
All
right.
There we go. I googled it. Something I can't do on stage during Riot, but I can do here in my own house.
Lots of people. Shirley said Charlie. Orion thought it was Josh. Dennis said Kane. Kareen says definitely Charlie.
That's a
I
good
don't want to
choice.
date myself, but
Megan?
yeah, like he was on SNL a lot doing like impersonations of people when I was first started watching. So like, I don't know when that was. It was a long time ago, but yeah. And I did an impersonation of him doing an impersonation of like Bill Clinton and like Ross Perot when I was like in fifth grade.
God.
And none of the younger kids knew what we were doing. Like we're like basically like kind of lifting an SNL sketch. And you know,
like 3 filters.
yeah, like the teachers were kind of laughing, probably just like, what the heck are these guys doing? Political satire to an assembly from K through 5, you know? But it was fun.
Nice.
Nice.
Kareen says that Carvey is a big impressionist, so that's right up Charlie's alley. And then Ryan says, I could see Charlie pretending he didn't know who Dana Carvey was physically hurting him.
Yeah, Charles playing the mind games over here. Wow, we're all at 4 points. That's crazy. All right.
Yep. Okay, so our last question of this group of questions. Who said that their favorite Halloween costume that they've ever wore was a wearable trash can with a raccoon mask? This answer makes me smile. This is such a cool costume.
Wow.
So someone once dressed up as a wearable trash can and wore a raccoon mask.
Did it say Halloween or just for
Yes,
fun?
this is a Halloween
Oh
costume.
yeah, I remember Halloween question. Okay.
It's our Arbor Day.
I mean, maybe it was me.
This was
No,
just,
they
you
wore it on
know,
Raccoon Day.
just cause.
Earth Day, recycle, reduce, reuse.
Okay, so I'm gonna loop back up to Michelle. Michelle, who did you say was a wearable trash can with a raccoon mask?
Honestly, the only person in this group that I think really goes full out on Halloween is Charlie. And so
Okay.
I think Charlie would do this.
So Charlie, what did you say?
Oh, I actually chose Kane because one time he told us about some really cool different costumes he put together over the years. And I won't go into that. I won't share that either now or at a later date.
That's for castmates after dark, all right?
And Kane, who did you say?
Why, of course, I went with the incomparable Michelle.
Oh.
Because I think the idea of Michelle wearing a raccoon costume is really funny.
No, I'm going to copy this costume.
Right.
Please.
It's a trash
Well,
panda.
that's someone tells me that it's not you, which is
Trash panda.
Oops.
Well,
I didn't say panda, it's a trash panda.
well, Dennis said it seems like Michelle, and Jennifer did too, but Kareen said Kane, Ryan said Kane, Becky said Kane, and yeah, that's definitely Kane. So Charlie gets a point.
Kane was my second choice.
Boom, baby. That's right. I still have the trash can. It's too precious to throw away.
We could do a group costume and all be raccoons and trash cans. You send me the link, Kane.
Yeah. I didn't even make that trash can. I waited for like an anime convention. I just kept it for Halloween.
That's great.
But yeah.
It was a specific character, or was it just like inspiration?
Oh, it wasn't a specific character. I would just say that people's favorite characters were trash and then put them in my own trash can. Yeah, that's a fun costume. Extremely hard to
That is
wear.
a really fun bit to run
Nice.
around.
Okay, so for these next two questions, I am actually going to read all 4 of your answers. And your job here is to match each answer with each person. Don't forget Josh is still in the mix. So as long as you remember your own answer, you're guaranteed at least 1 point for both of these next 2 questions, with an option to earn up to 4 points for each question. Okay.
Wait, so I'm sorry, we can list ourselves, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to read all 4 of the answers, and then your job is to match up who said each answer.
Okay.
Okay, so, hey, guess what? It's team movie night with everybody's favorite movies. So you're going to match up your castmates with their favorite film. Okay, so the first film is Back to the Future. Okay. The second film is Gattaca. That, if you're not familiar with that film, I think it's got Jude Law, and I think it's Ethan Hawke, and Ethan Hawke's pretending to be Jude Law, and it's futuristic with like designer people or something. It's a really good movie. Check it out. The third movie is Home Alone. If you're familiar with that one, it's Macaulay Culkin as a kid in his house.
Much
And
more charming as a kid.
and number 4 is What We Do in the Shadows. I think that's a vampire one. That's more recent. I'm actually gonna watch that on Netflix soon, so it's the only one I haven't seen. Okay, so again, just to recap for everybody, each person's favorite film. So one person's favorite film is Back to the Future. Someone's is Gattaca. We have Home Alone. And we have What We Do in the Shadows. Okay, so I'm going to start with Michelle.
Yes.
Okay, show us. If you just want to show me, who did you say for each question?
Back to the Future is Josh. Charlie's Gattaca. I chose Home Alone because it was the first movie. Oh, and then Kane is What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay. Well,
I'm guessing. I don't know if this is me. I don't know.
we're going to... Okay, well,
I
we're
would
going to
guess
see...
myself wrong on one of these just to throw you guys off.
Dang it.
Okay, so Charlie.
Yes.
What did you say?
I switched mine at the last minute. I think I almost had it, but
Oh, no.
I might still be totally off. I put Back to the Future, maybe. I put Gattaca, Kane, and then I think I switched Josh and Peach, but this is how I put it. Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Home Alone for Josh and What We Do in the Shadows for Peach.
Okay, and Kane, let's see what you
All right.
said.
You're gonna have to forgive my handwriting, but I've got Michelle with Gattaca because she seemed to respond positively when it was mentioned. However, that's probably not how you spell Gattaca. Back to the Future with Josh. That guy seems like he likes a classic motherfucking movie. And then Charlie, because Home Alone, because he's got his little scamp kids, which he loves to imagine that is going to happen to them. And then I put What We Do in the Shadows. That's me.
Okay.
I got the shortest name, and that movie has the longest name.
Well, I do have to say that the only person to get these all right was actually Beckley Tomlinson in the comments.
Becky!
Yeah.
Incredible!
So,
Get you on the cast of Riot. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So
Know
Charlie-
ourselves.
so Charlie's favorite movie is Back to the Future. And Josh said Gattaca.
Okay.
Michelle said Home Alone. And Kane said What We Do in the Shadows.
I should have gone with Josh for
2
Gattaca,
points.
based on the shit I said earlier about him love his sci-fi shit.
Okay, so I'm going to
Charlie-
just...
Yeah. I was flashing back to scenes where, I thought Keen referenced Gattaca once, but man, let's talk about What We Do in the Shadows later.
yeah, it's a vampire box.
It's a good one.
Funny.
I love that one.
Is Gattaca supposed to be like it's like the genetic sequence? Is that what that movie's about? It's like Gattaca. Am I an idiot? That's what
Oh, yeah, that might make sense. Because what they do in the movies, they, like, make all these, like, genetically, like, what's the right word? But, like, better people. They make people genetically, and then Ethan Hawke's character is just, like, born the normal way. But so he's not supposed to be able to succeed, and...
He's born the Gattaca way.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so our next question is we're going to do the same thing. You're going to write down the 4 answers and line them up. Okay, so you're starting a superhero team. Yay! So you need to match each of your castmates with what superpower they would choose. Okay, so the first superpower is flight. Somebody wants to fly. The second superpower is the power of persuasion. The third superpower is somebody wants super speed. And the fourth superpower is somebody wants to be able to time travel. So again, you're starting your own Riot superhero team. One of you is going to be able to fly. One of you will have the power of persuasion. One of you will have super speed. And one of you will be able to time travel. Okay. I'm going to start with Charlie this time. Charlie,
All right.
who do you think said
Yes,
what?
I am ready.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is tough because I think we've done all these things and scenes together, but I guess that I might like to fly away, just because then you know that's kind of an expense-free trip, right? And then I said persuasion, Kane. I don't know why. Hey, oh thanks. Hey, you're naked. Hey, I locked that.
Oh my god.
And then super speed for Josh
Daddy, how
because
can kids get in my room?
I don't know.
Charlie, we need answers. How did that get in his room?
Hi!
Nobody mentioned
Hi, kids.
naked children in the comments, please, or we'll get shut down. Thanks, guys. Oh, they know how to use those? I didn't? Oh, right. Now they're crying. Great.
Oh no.
That was my fault. Didn't lock it tight enough. Those little
Oh,
fingers.
hilarious.
But then, yeah, sorry. See, I'm holding this up right. And then persuasion came, and then I guess super speed for Josh because, you know, being a father, you might wish you could do things quicker so you have more free time. And
Is
then
that
I
right,
guess,
Charlie?
time travel for Michelle because I don't know. I feel like Michelle, you know, you can be interested in living in different times. I don't know. I almost chose that one for myself.
Okay. So let's see what Kane said. How'd you match those up?
Why me? Why, I think Michelle would love to fly.
I would.
Go to Paris. See the world. It also seems like relaxing, which is nice. I chose Josh with persuasion. I don't know. Sometimes like the way he talks, he has like kind of like he has for like a very like calming, like ameliorating way of speech. So maybe he just wants that, but really good. Charlie, because of course, if he were faster, he could have closed the door before those goddamn kids got in here. And then for me, I chose time travel, baby, because my life is full of regrets.
Okay, and Michelle.
All right.
How'd you-
I really hope I'm going to get this all right. So I also chose Charlie as flight because he just seems like the kind of guy that would want to fly. I chose power of persuasion. My Scorpio moon makes me a supervillain. And Josh super speed. And Kane was totally time travel to me.
Okay.
That was just where I was going.
Oh man.
Nice. Yeah, you got those all right, Michelle.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
So
I
good.
persuaded Dana to say that.
I would never guessed. I would like Michelle persuasion. Seems so devious. Like
I know.
it's not like sweet as a peach, but it's like I don't know that.
I'm a
That is a
bard.
good one. It's a good one because
Yeah.
no one will ever like find out. You know, if you're fucking flying around, the
Right.
military's gonna come after you for some shit.
Well, I always like the idea of being able to like read minds, but not to
Yeah.
be like, mean with it, but to be like, people get really sad and they hide their stuff, and you want to help people that are lonely.
That's
You know.
how it
Yeah,
starts.
that's sweet.
I feel like
I'd be mean with it. I hope no one ever gives me superpowers.
and then also like one up the, those people in class are always the like ones that know all the answers, and you also want to one up those jerks because, they suck.
Yeah. Or could you block like the creeps, because that'd be kind of disturbing to see, kind of like really creepy minds.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
That'd be
Well, it's just like if you see a creepy book, you don't have to read it. Like
Yeah.
you see the cover, you don't open the book.
and you could catch
Yeah,
killers.
that's true.
Think how cool it'd be to be a detective, and you could just probably be like, oh, caught the bad guy.
It would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Very
the
true.
best
Okay.
detective ever automatically. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be interesting. We got about 10 minutes left. This last round, how this will work is I am going to read a statement, something like, amongst you, who is the tallest? Okay? And then for every person that you match that has the same answer as you, you get 1 point. So if two of you say the same answer, you will both get a point. If all three of you say the same answer, you will all get 2 points.
And if none of us say the answer, Josh gets a point.
yes.
Yeah.
If you all give different answers, then Josh will get the points.
I want to see you
Josh
get something
can
here.
get 10 points and he still won't be first place.
Right. Missy says, well, Josh sucks at this game.
I would have guessed invisibility for Josh.
I would have guessed time travel so he could turn back time and then show up to the game.
That would be wonderful.
Well, ironically enough, the first question I'm going to ask you is, who amongst you is most likely to show up late? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have all three of you show your answers at once, and we can see if anybody matches. So on your ready, 1, 2, 3, share.
Charlie.
Nice.
But you know what, Charlie? I appreciate you because I feel like with all my other friend groups, it's me. But I just see someone who's a little later than I am, baby.
Yep.
Just a
Never
little
put
bit. Hey,
enough
it's okay.
time
Blame
to
it on the
drive
kids.
out all the way from Davis.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, the audience is definitely going with Charlie. Megan says Charlie because she has one kid that makes her late, and he has 4. Okay, so the next one. Which one of you would you consider to be the most cautious? So who is the most cautious? And Josh is in the mix as well.
Right,
You can't say
yeah.
Josh. You don't have to. Okay, are we ready? Think long, think wrong. Okay. 1, 2, 3, share. Oh. Nice.
Wow, so we all got it off.
Me.
Yeah, you all said somebody else.
Shit. All right, Josh gets a point. Good job, Josh. We all think so highly of each other that we're like, oh yeah, we're a smart group of individuals.
Well, that means if any time something bad goes wrong, you'll all be able to work together and figure it out because you're all very
What the hell was that? You started writing my name, and you changed it
Well,
on
I
me.
didn't wanna put
What are you
me-
trying to
I
say
didn't
about
wanna
each
put me
other?
twice. I just
What?
didn't want to put me twice. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's fair.
I was
That's
like,
fair.
I can't just do. Then I was like, I can't just do that.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I almost wrote me.
Okay.
So, I get-
So the next question, out of the 4 of you, who is the biggest hugger?
Oh.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
Damn
Charlie
it.
Michelle will say John. Nice.
That's fair. That's fair. I would like to think none of us these days, but that's all right. I had to dredge my memories back 2 years when hugging was legal.
Yeah, these.
How was I
Yeah,
supposed to remember?
I was like, now or before times. It's a different.
Yeah. Thank goodness you didn't put kissing on the mouth or something.
Yeah. The only thing I hug is my body pillow.
That's true. Yeah, Kane is not. Kane straight arms me anytime I come to go.
yeah.
Oh no!
I
brings it out
turn
sometimes.
into a corner and curl up.
Before the pandemic, because I was like, "Don't hug me." Very limited like hugging time, and then like after everyone got vaccinated, I was like, "Oh my god, I want to hug everyone all the time."
Yeah. We've changed.
Right. Well, I realized that before the pandemic, the only people that would hug me, like most of the time, were people that like I didn't know well enough to like them. And then I was like, oh, that's the problem. It's not the hugging, it's the people. But since now I only
Pucker, like somebody who throws things. Who's the most likely to just throw shit across the room?
I'm a big
Okay. Our next one. Who is most likely to break while in the middle of a performance? So who's going to be the one that's going to like break character and laugh during a performance?
You know who I'm not choosing.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, really? Look at that. Damn, I
was
apparently am
tough.
a bad
That was
cast.
tough.
I
I'm
don't know
always
anyone.
giggling.
I've seen it, and it's not like that much more than anybody else. I almost chose Kane. I almost chose, but yeah, it's always
like
fun.
I-
I mean, we're pretty good at keeping it together, so that when someone breaks, I pretty much do myself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Laughter is contagious, you know.
We got some huggers. Oh yeah, if Jennifer comes to town, I'm definitely gonna get a hug. Missy was saying,
Oh, yeah.
Missy and Shirley both think Charlie are the gigglers,
Ooh, look at that.
and Karina went with
That's my
Josh.
face.
This is very comforting to know that it's not just like unilaterally me, because it's something I don't worry about. Something that concerns me, so I don't know. I'm glad that there's some contention here.
I feel like Josh covers his face
Yeah,
when
he plays
he
it up.
starts to break easy. And
That's true,
tell-
Josh.
okay.
Yeah.
Josh has good like, like when they
Yeah.
cough, you know, like cover your arm with a cough.
Yeah.
They're like,
But for
Dab.
laughing,
Yeah.
the emergency laughter dab. All right.
okay, we're gonna go 2 more. So the next one, who out of you swears the most? Who's got the pottiest of the potty mouths?
Huh.
Hmm. Okay. We're ready. 1, 2, 3, share. Okay.
Yes, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Kane.
I think I just happen to do a lot of scenes where I'm like pretending to be angry.
Ah.
That's tough to almost said me, but I can't swear I have kids, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Charlie's got to hold back. Just by the show, has it been that obvious? Oh, I do swear quite a bit.
It's how I open every scene. I'm like, what the, WT.
Yeah.
Okay,
Welcome
so
to Riot, you fucking idiots! Ready to see a show?
That's the Kane host. Good.
That's I've always wanted to
Yes.
host a show like that. Never had the guts to do it. Never had the guts to say it. All right.
Like 3 walkouts right off the bat. All right, you guys have survived.
You fucking clowns. You ready for Saturday night?
Yeah. They can't take the fire that is riot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good time.
Brace your buttholes. It's riot time.
Need a t-shirt that says that. Okay, our last question. So out of the four of you, who is the most likely to survive the longest during a zombie apocalypse? It's going to take some imagination here. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Whoa, really? I love your enthusiasm for me. Listen, I'll take it.
Kane's going underground, that's why.
Yeah, I am pretty loneliness proof, so maybe I could hole up in a bunker. I went Charlie just because, like, one time in group chat, Josh said, like, not camping Charlie, and I was like, that means Charlie camps.
Yeah.
That's gonna be important.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, who has the best upper body strength, who can climb over the fences, and I was thinking Charlie.
Charlie's
But
pretty jacked.
Yeah.
But does Charlie have the heart of a killer?
Yeah.
Obviously I don't, because who does? Well, I'm just saying. Does Charlie have the heart of a killer? Or is he bound by his kids? Who can say?
Missy said Kane, and Becky said Charlie. Megan said Michelle, she will persuade them not to eat her brain.
Yeah, that's what I was like, wait,
That is true.
Green also said Michelle, she would make friends with the zombies.
Yes.
See, my fantasy is to be the guy who's like, get out of there! I'll hold them off! So I'll die, but it's like with purpose, you know. That's my fantasy.
Oh, I
The
did do
no-
a zombie short film once. Yeah, I'll have to find that. But I almost chose Josh, but then I was like, no, we both have kids. It's like you can't really contain them, so they'll get outside and then they'll come back home as little zombies, which would be cute for a little bit, but you know.
Yeah.
For a little bit. It was fun until, you know, the whole biting shit happens.
Yeah.
Teething.
Well, it'll be a zomcom movie
Oh,
instead of a horror. Well, I just want to thank all of you for coming today. This is the end of our show. We have in third place Kane with a solid 9 points, and Charlie in second place with 14, and Michelle just with one ahead is our winner today with 15.
super close.
Well
Yeah.
played. It's persuaded us. Peach.
And Josh with a record-setting 1 point because he didn't come.
You didn't go home
Wait.
empty-handed, though. And that's what matters.
That's true. Can I ask who was the lowest scoring person in yesterday's game? And did they score less than 9?
The lowest scoring person yesterday was Sam Harrison, who I think scored more than 9. So
Fuck! God damn it! Never coming back on the show.
Got the swearing one right though.
well, it
They
just
probably
means
did
we'll have to do this again to get more numbers, more pools in here.
Yeah,
But-
this was fun. Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, that was so
Thank
fun.
you.
I learned so
Yeah.
much about everybody.
Yeah, wow, what a treat.
Well, again, thank you all the cast of Riot for being here. Everybody, if you are watching, check them out the first Saturday of the month at 8 o'clock, so your next chance is made. And have a great night, everybody. See you next time.